What is up, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Don't Say the F Word. We are a pro wrestling and combat sports podcast. We do not use the F word when we talk about professional wrestling, and we also, we generally don't work on Thursday. This is usually one of my days off, but apparently we're going to do this Thursday show. So if you're here live on Instagram, we appreciate you checking us out live on Instagram. If you're catching this on Spotify, YouTube, Rumble, Google Podcasts, wherever you're checking this out, just know that I had to work on one of my off days to be able to do this intro and try and set up the big guy's phone so that way he could do a podcast because, well, apparently today we are sponsored by coffee and lack of sleep. He woke up at 4 o'clock this morning. He started watching the Gamebred Bare Knuckle MMA, rewatching that fight and looking at the issues with the reffing there and the judges, and he thinks Roy Nelson got robbed. So big shout out to Big Country. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Yeah, little frog guy really likes Big Country. And, just I hope you guys enjoy this. This is Coffee and Complaining with the big guy, Jeremy. I think the illegal brother-in-law, Joe, may find his way in here soon. And, and these two guys can talk because the big guy wants to complain a little bit about Gamebred MMA and just talk a bit about everything going on in AEW ahead of the pay-per-view this Saturday. All right. Is that good, boss? Dude, I'm not your boss. I think you're the boss. I'm the star. You're the boss. I'm going to go see if I can get this thing set up better for you. Ribbit. All right. Mark the Monster. I'm going to go try and make this be presentable for you guys. All right? All right, then. So generally, not a Thursday show kind of thing, a little different, hanging out in the kitchen. I got coffee, gonna be complaining a bit. Oh, we got the illegal brother-in-law, Joe, hopping in. Oh. Joe, you there? Oh, there we go.
There we go.
You working?
No.
That's good. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, don't get in trouble.
No. Ain't working. We good. What's up?
All right, man. I don't know. Did you watch Gamebred Bare Knuckle MMA at all?
I do.
It was that last event was a shit show. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, man. So I'm caffeinated and I'm complaining. Just bad officiating, bad judging. Roy Nelson got robbed. Hector Lombard got robbed. Even though I will say they were feeding Hector Lombard a fighter he should not have been fighting. That was kind of nonsense. A guy who had one pro fight fighting Hector Lombard. Talking about getting fed to the wolves. But they stopped the fight. DQ'd Hector Lombard for strikes to the back of the head. People know, I used to fight. They go over it in the fighters meeting ahead of every fight. You got the mohawk section back of the head. It's right here. I had a fight where I got just beat in the back of my head for a very long time. I think it traumatized your sister. She's watching me have that fight. Not a good thing, but I took a bunch of shots to the back of the dome, right in the mohawk section. But here isn't the back of the head. Here isn't the back of the head. Hector Lombard's opponent kept turning, and like 2 shots hit here. Maybe one hit in the mohawk section, DQ'd Hector Lombard. Nonsense. Roy Nelson dominated 3 rounds against Alan Belcher, who Alan Belcher should have been forced to fight our friend Lorenzo Hunt in BKFC, but they let him go and do this Roy Nelson fight. And Roy Nelson dominated the entire fight. The last 10 minutes of this fight, Roy Nelson was on top of Alan Belcher. 10 minutes. And they gave Alan Belcher the split decision. Nonsense. Yeah, I don't know. I tried to watch it with like fresh eyes after seeing like all the stuff, but like absolutely, Roy Nelson won that fight. Alan Belcher lost that fight. when time comes for Alan Belcher to fight Lorenzo Hunt in BKFC, I don't know. He ain't going to be able to handle the juggernaut.
Hey.
Now let's move on to what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to get that off my chest because I thought that was just nuts. It's bothered me since 4 o'clock this morning. Your sister already had to hear me rant about it.
Wait. Is that warm coffee you got or like iced coffee?
This is an iced coffee. This one's iced.
You need warm coffee to calm you down right now, man. Warm coffee to calm you down. You've been up early tonight.
I don't know. Your sister makes me a nice over ice brew. Sometimes she'll make me some espresso. She has a nice espresso machine in here. But I want to talk a little bit about AEW. You know, this is my article on our website from last night. What'd you think of the show?
I give it a C. I give it a C.
I think I rated it a B minus overall. I think I gave it a B minus. Let me check my rating. I don't remember. I finished the article while I was in bed.
I give it a C. It was okay. It was a little bit talking, but it was okay. I'll give it a C.
I mean, for it, I guess it technically isn't the go home. It's not the go home show technically.
It should have been. I mean,
it should have been. But Friday, AEW is going to go head to head with WWE with Collision on Friday because the pay per view is on Saturday.
That's right. Yeah.
I think the Devil storyline is a great thing. Huge cliffhanger. It's got everyone in the IWC talking. It's kind of dominating. Everything I've kind of put out this morning on Instagram has been about the Devil. Seeing Kyle O'Reilly's being reported to possibly be the Devil. What do you think of that option?
I say good. Kyle O'Reilly. I say it'd be good for his career. It'll make him be somebody because he's technically been like a nobody without Adam Cole, without the Undisputed Era. Now, if it's Kyle O'Reilly, hey, a new start for career. Become technically out the mid-card, but to the main event.
Do you think Kyle O'Reilly can do it? Can he be the Devil? I mean, whoever is unveiled to have that mask on, which the story is, whoever's wearing the mask is the talent who is the Devil. Whoever's in the ski mask, that's the talent that is going to be revealed to be those people. I don't know if I buy that. That seems like I'm getting worked. If Kyle is coming, kind of build-wise, I could see it, but could he actually be that big of a heel? Because whoever's the Devil is going to have to be the biggest heel in AEW right now if we're keeping MJF as a babyface. Can Kyle be that?
Yeah. It could. Maybe. I don't think he could be, but maybe.
I mean, he's a great wrestler, and I don't want to sound like I'm shitting on the idea of Kyle O'Reilly making his comeback and being healthy and ready to go, because I'm a big fan of his work in the ring. Absolutely, I love his mix of his legitimate combat sports background and MMA and the way he brings it together. Same with Bobby Fish, who we know is not coming back probably. But I like Kyle O'Reilly, I really do. But man, Kyle O'Reilly's a career babyface, kind of, except for in Undisputed Era where they were a heel faction. But people love Kyle.
You know who else to be?
Who?
Okay. Call me crazy. But what
You're crazy.
Thank you. But what if the timing happened just perfect with all those releases from WWE, and this Sunday, it's somebody that's one of them releases as the Devil?
Well, as I was talking your sister's ear off about it, she researched it. It's not going to be Riddle. Riddle's non-compete clause doesn't end until like the 21st of December, I think. I think Ziggler and Mustafa Ali would be available. I think they could be some of the foot soldier henchman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I mean Dolph could probably be the devil. It could be that heel.
I think Mustafa would be better because he can do it.
People are going to draw the parallels to Retribution, though.
They're gonna forget about Retribution. That's all. Forget about Retribution. That was just a COVID thing. They had to find something to put in there. It was COVID.
You think it don't count? Does Retribution not count? Are we not counting it?
Retribution did not count because they had to do something for COVID and they had to do some fast thinking. So
then are you going to say Drew's title reign don't count either?
I'm just saying.
COVID don't count. I mean, Drew don't count.
I'm just saying they had to add some quick fast because they had it planned out perfect for Retribution, but didn't go to way because of COVID. So that was kind of like a hiccup. So that shouldn't really technically count throughout the crowd. So that should like erase that.
It's being reported that it's not Britt Baker, which that could have been kind of cool if it was Britt.
Yeah, that would be cool.
What about Ronda? What about Ronda Rousey?
Nah. That's
you don't
like,
want to be Ronda?
That's like you saying Eva Marie gonna be the devil. Come on.
Who do you think it is? Well, let me ask you this first.
Okay.
The pay-per-view is Saturday night. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they reveal who the devil is on Saturday night?
Okay. This is what's going to happen. They're going to have a tag team match first, but probably like in the middle. We'll say in the middle of the tag team. Or if they do it right, you can go from the tag team and straight to the main event, back to back. So I would say the devil will get revealed somewhere where it looks like MJF is going to win, and then the devil comes out. Well, the light, let's just say the light goes off. Boom. You see the devil in the ring, and he's standing right there in front of Jay White, looking like he's about to attack Jay White. Then bam, the devil attacks him instead. MJF keeps the belt. And then somewhere, we'll say, they take the mask off. And if I had to pick, it would have to be somebody MJF's height, close to his height, to wear that mask. And God forbid, I'm going to say, my three predictions, it could be Cole, maybe Roddy Strong, and last, the one person we suspect. It could be CM Punk.
It could be Tony Khan.
Tony Khan ain't a devil. Tony Khan too good to be a devil.
It could be Tony Khan. Like, here's my struggle. So there's discrepancies. Mm-hmm. So I have opinions.
Okay.
The devil first attacked Jay White. And now the devil's attacking MJF's friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's a plot hole. That doesn't make any sense. Is that just to give us the idea that maybe the devil is MJF and he was never anyone's friend? Because what if MJF himself is the devil? I texted you that last night, blaming that on me being sleepy, but what if he is just the devil?
That's like, okay, that would be like saying he's a Jeffrey Dahmer. He's a Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, you see the good side of a normal person. And
his whole character, he's a sociopath.
I'm just saying, it's like you're saying he's a Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, he got a split personality. Like, he's bipolar or something. It is bipolar.
I mean, but why not? I mean, there's a lot of people have alter egos and little pieces of their personality that creep out into different characters, and things like that happen. Sometimes other people are able to see those other characters. Sometimes they're not. But,
like
you know,
like I said, I think I feel it like every about 6:25 every Sunday. I think I see the alter ego, but I don't know every Sunday.
I don't know, man. What if it's just MJF? Is that a letdown or no? If it's MJF, if he's revealed that he reveals he's the devil, he's the one who's taking out all these people who thought they were his friends, because the greatest trick the devil ever played was convincing you that he didn't exist.
Mm-hmm. I would say if it is real MJF, he did a good job. He did a good job making everybody believe. No, wait. Like I said last night, it can't be MJF just yet. Because Adam Cole's not back yet.
Right.
So it'll have to be. I think the devil going to last a little bit longer than we expected. The devil going to last till when Adam Cole comes back.
I think so, right? I don't think, maybe we don't get the devil this Saturday, because I think the best payoff for this is for it to be MJF.
I think you're going to get the devil, but you won't get unveiled devil. You'll get the devil in the ring, attack, and that's about it.
Your sister feels as though MJF might be too big to be the guy in the mask. He is kind of wide. That dude is kind of slender. She said, what about Christian?
Nah.
He is tied up in the dead dad stories, but man, like, it'd be an evil play by Christian to be creating some turmoil to get him into the main event scene.
Hold up. I got one thing to say. You letting the white sister look at other men's body just to see if it's the right person. You letting her do that? Take and see like, ooh, he this guy. You letting her do that?
Why are you trying to make that something weird? That's what we're all doing. We're all looking at the dude wearing the mask going, man, too little to be this person, too little to be Samoa Joe.
Hey, there's no way it could be Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe.
Nah, it ain't Joe. It's...
Look, I'm just going to say it like this. It's not Tony Khan, because Tony Khan works to me trying to give a speech in front of 5 people. So I can't even do that. So, yeah. Mm-mm.
But it could be Tony Khan and the idea that for story, he wants to get rid of anyone who could help MJF keep that belt, because he doesn't want MJF leaving with the belt. So he wants to get the belt off of him.
And that's like saying Tony Khan is like MJF is now Tony Khan, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I mean, he did that last year when he called Tony Khan a mark and told him to fire him in the ring, and then they wrote MJF off TV, didn't acknowledge him, didn't mention anything about him until he came back in the devil mask. That made MJF the Stone Cold Steve Austin of AEW. They just kind of took a weird turn and made him be a baby face that I don't think was initially planned, because he should have been the anti-AEW guy on his return and his championship reign. It should have been, he's all about himself, he's not about AEW, and just kind of flipping everyone the bird till it's time to go. I still think they should let him leave with the title, even though that's taboo and not what should happen. But I think there's 2 good options for the devil that aren't going to be a quote-unquote letdown for the fans. It's either CM Punk or it's MJF.
All I'm saying, the devil, it got to be somebody out of the blue, out of surprise.
Yeah.
It can't. If it's somebody like Tony Khan,
that's a surprise.
That's a dumb surprise. We don't want a dumb surprise.
A dumb surprise is a surprise. You ever had somebody buy you a gift you didn't want? One time I had somebody buy me tiny hands. That was a surprise. It wasn't a good one, but it was a surprise.
I look at it like this. I want to be somebody that makes me like, oh, shit. Not like, it's Tony Khan. That made me want to flip the TV off and just not watch it no more.
If it's revealed that it's Kyle O'Reilly, Is that an oh shit moment?
It's a definitely oh shit moment. Yes, that's an old. That's like I said, it would help his career out. It really would help him out, build him up, be like a new face, fresh start. Or better yet, you know who could be the devil? Who could make the perfect devil for a brand new fresh start for himself?
Who?
Briscoe.
Mark Briscoe?
Mark Briscoe. You don't want to do tag team no more because of his brother, RIP. They got to find something good for him to do. And if you look back at his career, he was good as a heel. Well, bad guy, but brother did talking for him. But still, he was a good person as a heel.
How do you make that make sense storyline-wise? I'm not against seeing Mark Briscoe MJF feud, except Mark Briscoe won't be able to hang on the mic with MJF.
I know, but that's what I just said.
He'll
be a great
decimated.
He'll get decimated, but still, you gotta think about it. He don't want to do tag team wrestling no more. He wants to do a single. And where the best start to do a single? By going after the champion.
Go right to the top?
Go right to the top. I mean, go right. Make a name. You don't want to be just known as a tag team wrestler, even though he is a tag team wrestler. You don't want to be known because of the brother. Oh, this is brother side piece. You want to make him come back, be a heel. You don't want to shit on the brother now. That'd be bad business right there now. But still, you want to make a name for yourself. Let him have that one last run, being somebody he could beat and making his brother proud and going after that belt. I mean, he could have it for a month. He'll be fine with it.
You would put the AEW world title on Mark Briscoe?
I would put it, hey, if they can do it to Christian, then I would do it for him.
I think you're mentally unstable.
Hey, man, hey.
Are you having a rough day today? Don't get me wrong. I like the Briscoe brothers. I like Mark Briscoe. Man, he could not be the guy to take that belt off of MJF. Hey. I still stand by no one should, but...
Hey, I'm just saying, like, you got to think outside the box for once. You got to think of the one person you at least expect. And that be the one person everybody at least expects.
I mean, yeah, but again, I don't know if that's a good surprise. What are the odds that it's CM Punk? Is it a possibility?
It's like I said last week, he got fired from AEW, but he never got fired from Ring of Honor. It could be CM Punk.
Did he really get fired?
I mean,
what if it's just the biggest work ever in pro wrestling? What if that's it? What if they're just literally working everyone? Oh, man, it's not his fault. We got Gene Snitsky checking us out. Good morning, sir. Hope you had a great workout. Hope you're enjoying some coffee. What if it's just the best work ever? What if they're literally just working everyone? All the smart marks get work. Everybody gets worked. And it's just Punk was never fired. And it's just the greatest story ever because he worked everybody. Is that possible?
It's possible, but if he did work everybody, that would be like saying, I fired you, but I didn't really fire you. You still got paid, but we went on under wrap, making everybody believe you were fired. You could go to any other show just to be a normal person, still get paid, walk backstage everywhere.
I mean, again, and I know I said it this past Sunday. You think about Brian Pillman and how Brian Pillman kind of worked Bischoff. And, I'm going to go and play around, and everyone believe I'm crazy. And I'm going to go to ECW, and I'm going to be crazy. But then he goes and signs with WWF. WWF at the time, WWE today. You think about, like, the Tony Khan fired CM Punk, and Punk went out there and he played. He went to Impact. He showed up here. He rumored to be talking to board members of the WWE. WWE is leaning into it with the references. Punk's playing both sides of it in his Instagram stories, working everybody. What if he was never fired?
You got to think about it. Well, that's a good point. But he never showed up backstage at a WWE event.
Except for whenever he was still under contract, whenever he was suspended the first time, and he showed up and went backstage to make amends with people.
Yeah, I forgot about that part, yeah.
Could it be just the greatest work ever? And if so, I tip my hat that I'm not wearing. It would be absolutely amazing if that could happen.
Okay, but there's just one thing. You got to remember, they both said they was world champion before they got fired. Before he technically got fired.
Yeah, Punk was saying he's the real world champion, which, as I said, I took issue with. I didn't like that parallel being drawn, but your sister's right. That body, the body size does look like Christian. Got the turtleneck going and everything. I mean, she ain't wrong. Right?
All right, tell her to get brownie points for once, okay? She get brownie points.
I mean, it's the right size. I mean, maybe the idea that whoever's playing the character is the guy in the mask isn't true. Because to me, that seems kind of unlikely that they're using the person who's going to play him as the guy on the show right now. I don't know if Mr. Snitsky is still checking us out, but if he is, throw it in the comments. Who do you think is the devil in AEW? It's whoever it is, man. I love that it has so many people talking and it has so much interest. And I really can't wait for the reveal. I hope the collective internet wrestling community hasn't worked themselves into a shoot and everyone's got themselves hyped up for, something that's impossible. And it's so that whatever happens, it feels like a letdown. Because I feel like Tony Khan has kind of, I think sometimes the guy can't do any right in the eyes of his fan base. And any announcement, anything he does feels like a letdown because we all get so worked up in our own heads of what could be. He's got an announcement of he's going to be signing a talent on Saturday. Someone who is loved by fans. Who do you think that will be?
I heard the rumor who it's going to be.
What'd you hear?
They say it could be Goldberg.
Well, was it the quote from Tony Khan that someone loved by his fan base in AEW? I don't know that they all feel that way. I did hear that that's who was supposed to be teamed with Jericho was supposed to be Goldberg, and they couldn't work it out for that to happen. Mm-hmm. I think that'd be cool, to be honest. I know people are going to be pissy about me thinking that would be cool, but why not? Goldberg, guy's still in great shape for his age. He's definitely a legend in the business.
Hold on a second. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yep. Your sister's original pick was Goldberg. She thought one of the legendary status guys who wasn't under a contract anymore.
I really don't want to go Goldberg. I really don't.
I don't think he'll be the guy in the devil mask. I think he'd be a cool signing for AEW, though. If he's the guy in the devil mask and he just spears MJF and takes the belt, how awesome would that be for one night?
That'd be, it'll be his little childhood heroes once again seeing a spear from his favorite wrestler growing up. Yay.
Right? I think it would be cool.
I don't want it to happen, but hell, if it happens, it happens. If I was Tony Khan, I went after the beloved childhood hero in the world. I really don't like the guy, but I never did like him as a kid. But the only person that could probably fit that shoe is Hulk Hogan. I'm just saying.
I mean, man, he's not.
I wasn't Hulk Hogan.
I'm afraid
Hulk
signing Hulk Hogan would be a tone-deaf decision. When Sting mentioned Hogan, the crowd booed bad. Like it was, they really booed Hogan's name. And I don't know if that's fair necessarily. I mean, yeah, he's got a lot of shit opinions, and he's a compulsive liar in podcasts with Rogan. But I mean, he doesn't fit AEW. It wouldn't work.
Remember, everybody who loves, he said, loves, childhood hero loves. Everybody loves Hogan as a kid, childhood.
Everybody but you.
Hey, I can't help it. Dad didn't like Hulk Hogan growing up, so I had to go follow Dad.
Your dad only likes heels, man.
Oh, speaking of which, my dad says that now my dad, when he likes somebody, he gets their name wrong. So he said, he believes the Black Day is going to go strong, and AKA Black Day is the Judgment Day, and he believes that Riptide, AKA Rhea Ripley, is going to do something to them.
I love that he gets their names wrong. That's awesome.
I asked him because he can't. We were talking last night, and as we were talking last night, he said he can't wait for Survivor Series when the Black Day beats Cody, and yeah. And I said, okay, who
Judgment Day has to win, right? Judgment Day has to win War Games.
Yeah. So I asked him one simple question, like, since you know the Black Day so well, name every member in the Black Day.
Tell me he got them all wrong.
The only one he could name perfectly close was Riptide. I said, Riptide? Who the heck is Riptide? He said, the one, the chick, the black chick with the black hair. I'm like, that's Rhea Ripley, Dad. He's like, well, you know what I meant. That's his name. That's her name, Riptide. I'm like, I'm not going to argue with you. It's Riptide. Yes, Dad, Riptide. And
oh my
he
God.
does not know the rest. He does not know the rest of them, but he knows who they are, but he just don't know their names. But the main one, he just knows Riptide because she does all the talking. That's the only reason why he knows.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, we'll see if they add Drew and whoever to War Games. I would imagine they're going to add Drew. I'd imagine we're going to get Randy Orton, which I'm very happy about it being Randy, if it is Randy Orton. I think hell of a match for Randy to come back to do. Mm-hmm. But, man, it'd be cool to see Randy Orton do War Games.
It would be. It'd be great. He's coming back. He probably can't do a lot of RKOs. He got to do less RKOs now. But, dang. It got to be the perfect one to do it on. Go ahead.
Maybe he changes his finisher. Maybe he goes back to doing the punt.
Well, it's under TKO now. It could happen.
Yeah, bring back the punt. Take it easy on Randy's back. Let him bring back the punt. I'm fine with that. Great finisher. Believable finisher. He can pull it off at any point in time. It's just as spontaneous as the RKO.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it'll be good to see Randy back. As long as he's healthy and doesn't, jeopardize his future. But it'll be interesting to see if Drew joins Judgment Day officially. I think it would be good for Drew.
Nah.
Even if it's just for a short period of time till they turn on him. Give him some solid purpose would be great.
They already planting the seed to get rid of Damian Priest when they hired JD in it.
Right.
So they're starting to plant the little seeds of, hey, see ya. And how Damian Priest said he was the leader, they kind of plant the seeds of, you're out of here.
The only person who ever should have been the leader was Rhea Ripley. It should have been that she brainwashed them all. That should have been the story out the gate.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, Damian Priest and Finn Balor were the first. Then came Rhea.
No, Finn was the last edition because Edge aligned with Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley at that was COVID Mania.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, and then they brought in Finn after Finn briefly had the alliance with AJ Styles, and they feuded with Judgment Day briefly. Finn lost, and then he joined, and they kicked Edge out.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Back whenever Edge was trying to be spooky Edge with the spooky Hot Topic kids. Maybe they bring Jane Snitsky in and throw him into the Judgment Day. It fits. It's not his fault. I'm down for it.
Oh, come on. They ain't gonna do that now.
Yeah. He could punt Dominic Mysterio into the crowd.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about that now, but that's a little bit going overboard.
Maybe. Well, I just had to get that off my chest. I had to complain about Gamebred. I had to talk a little bit about the devil, and my concern is that everyone's going to feel disappointed no matter who it is. If it's anybody but CM Punk, people are going to feel let down, and I don't think they should because I still think this is such a great story. Hopefully they figure something out with Gamebred MMA and figure out getting to a state with better officials and better judges, and maybe they give Big Country some more money because he got robbed. Hector Lombard got robbed. But tomorrow we got SmackDown. Tonight we got Ring of Honor and Impact Wrestling. You're checking out either of those shows?
I'm probably going to do Impact.
Yeah, I think I might watch some Impact. Try to anyway.
And on the downside with tomorrow, I might have to watch Collision tomorrow because it's on Fox and I don't get Fox. I got TNT.
Well, we'll figure it out tomorrow who's watching what show. Cause I'm planning on flipping back and forth. So maybe we'll just divide and conquer.
I got AEW because I ain't got Fox on Sling. So.
All right, then. I got SmackDown then.
All right, there you go.
All right, we'll figure out coming together maybe on Saturday. I work Saturday. We'll figure it out and ahead of the pay-per-view, cover anything we need to cover. Maybe we'll just circle back Sunday like normal. We'll certainly be back Sunday like we usually are. Random Thursday, coughing and complaining with Jeremy Joe, Mark the Monster. Thank you, Biscuit, for checking us out. Thank you, Gene Snitsky. I know it's not your fault. You couldn't stick around all morning. We appreciate you stopping by. Don't say the F word. Make sure you follow us. Joe, where can they find us?
Oh, you can follow us on any single podcast platform, Rumble, YouTube, Spotify, Google, or Apple Pay. And one more thing before I go. If anybody in the background hear anything about Alexa 10 minutes, it's my kid because she'll be with me Sunday. So just beware if you hear Alexa going off.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Biscuit, take it easy. You guys have a great Thursday. We're out.
Wow.